give you my 4 steps to resolve a customer complaint. Now, I understand more than anybody that when you run your own business, one of the scariest things is to deal with customer complaints, especially with small businesses when it's face-to-face. Because firstly, you're going to take it really personally because it's your business. And secondly, we're just not used to that kind of conflict. So I have 4 steps that makes dealing with any customer complaint really, really easy. My steps are: listen and acknowledge, apologise, take responsibility, and then resolve and inform. Now these 4 steps are going to turn any angry customer into a happy customer. So let's look at these steps individually. The first one, listen and acknowledge. It's so important that you listen to your customer. And when I say listen, I mean really listen. Listen to everything they're saying. Even when that complaint is coming in via email or on social media, you can show you're listening by taking some notes of all the points that you're reading or hearing. You also want to acknowledge that you've heard what your customer is saying. Now, that doesn't mean lots of and interrupting when your customer's speaking. The key thing with listening is be silent. Make eye contact, but be silent. And then acknowledge what you've heard. And you can acknowledge by repeating back when they finished what their key concerns are. So now that we've listened and we've acknowledged, we need to apologise. And when I say apologise, I mean a genuine apology. Even if you're not at fault, you still need to apologise to your customer, because at the end of the day, your customer is upset about an experience that they've received from you. Regardless of who's at fault, you are sorry that they feel that way. A simple apology will go a long way. And you don't need to give any reason. You can just say, I'm so sorry this has happened to you. I'm so sorry you feel this way. I'm so sorry that you haven't received the service that you were expecting. Nobody's taken liability. You've just offered a simple apology. And believe me, that is the difference between an angry customer staying angry and starting to realise that you're a human being. My next step is take some responsibility. Again, that doesn't mean take fault or take the blame, but take responsibility for what's happened. So tell your customer, I understand what's happened and I take full responsibility for that. Now, that again doesn't necessarily mean that you've done anything wrong, but ultimately your customer has not received what they were expecting. They've not had a service that they're expecting. Maybe their expectations were too high. Maybe they misread something on your website, or maybe you did in fact do something wrong. Whatever the situation, take responsibility for it. I'm sorry that you felt confused when you were on my website. Perhaps my website hasn't been clear enough for you. You've taken responsibility. You haven't said that your website is wrong. You've just said, I take responsibility that you haven't received the service that you were expecting. Once you've taken some responsibility, you need to resolve the issue and inform your client. Now, resolve an issue is the final stage, and it's probably the most important. So resolve the issue, however that may be, whether it's refunding the customer, giving a gesture of goodwill, whatever the resolve is, you need to get a resolve and you need to get it done quickly. If you can't get the resolve done quickly, it's not a massive problem as long as you inform your customer of what's happening. So you could, for example, say, I am going to resolve this for you, but I just need a couple of days to look into it. Now, you've informed your customer that it's going to take you a couple of days. Don't say, I need to look into it. If you know that you're not going to be able to get an answer for them for 3 or 4 days, you need to inform them of that. Manage your client's expectations by keeping them informed of what you're going to do, and your client will be happy. So those are my 4 steps to keep your client happy. They are listen and acknowledge, apologise, take responsibility, resolve and inform.